Curiouser and curiouser. A Tory in number 10 and a Liberal Democrat living next door. But how will I feel if the end result is a more Liberal Conservative party and a progressive Labour party fighting each other under a new electoral system at the next election? Well, here we are in the first bright morning of the Cameron and Clegg show. I think we're through the looking glass in British politics. We've never seen anything like this. Nobody remembers a peacetime coalition. So what can we look forward to? Well, I was campaigning for a tactical vote to get a reform parliament. And to tell you the truth, I am getting a bit of stick from people now that the Liberal Democrats who I voted for have gone into coalition with the Tories. But this isn't a Tory government. This is something different. Why am I not totally bereft by what's happened? Because David Cameron can now take on the nasty wing of his party with his new ally, Nick Clegg. And the outcome may be some things that I've campaigned for a long time to achieve. We all have our knee-jerk reactions to the idea of Cameron being in number 10, but what are we going to do if it turns out that the coalition are more progressive than New Labour on some issues? You can understand my feelings if you realise that for the last 10 years I've been campaigning for a democratic House of Lords. I've spoken to 2 Labour Prime Ministers about this and neither have delivered, and now it looks like it's going to be delivered by a Conservative Prime Minister. That's what I mean about this being through the looking glass. It's not just Lords reform that's making me feel a bit strange about what's going on. The commitment to scrap ID cards, the decision not to have a 3rd runway at Heathrow. I mean, it remains to be seen whether any of these things are implemented. But if Nick Clegg can ride the Tory tiger, then we're in for a very, very interesting time. What I wanted from this election was a reform parliament, a parliament that brought in a fairer voting system so that people like me didn't have to vote tactically anymore, and so that everybody's vote counted. You may be feeling a bit queasy at home now, thinking about what lies before us, but my advice to you is to keep your eyes on the prize, and let's see what happens.